Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today is 1st January 2022. First of all, wish you all a very happy new year. May this new year brings lots of happiness and success in your life. Lots of love and blessings from my side. So let's start today's class. And in today's class, we are going to discuss again a few commonly asked programs which are usually asked in question paper or in exam. So let's see. So the first program is write a program to check whether the number is automorphic or not. So again the definition will be given and the example also. So what are automorphic numbers? If the square of given number ends with the same number itself, that is called automorphic number. Like 25 is a number, so square of number is 625. So if the square of number ends with the same number 25, then it is called automorphic. Like 25 and 625 also ends with 25, so that's why 25 is the automorphic number. So which logic we will apply here? So first we will see how many digits are there, right? In a number, how many digits are there? Here it is 2. So we will divide the number by 10 raised to power 200. So whatever the remainder comes, if that remainder is equal to the number, then that is called the automorphic. So this logic we are going to apply. So let's see. So same, first we will start with import java.util.asterisk, then class. Here I am taking the automorphic. Then the public static void main, string args. This is public static void main. In bracket you will write the string args. First we will create the object of scanner class. Scanner obj equals to new scanner system.in, right? Then we will declare the variable int n. So we need n for the number. Then we will take, to count the number of digits, we will take a counter C. We will initialize with 0. C we will initialize with 0. And then we need to count the square of number. So I will take one more variable sq, right? So let's see. Okay, now we will write the message system.out.println, enter a number. So first we will input the number and we will read it by next int n equals to obj.nextInt. Then we will use the for loop. Fine. First I am counting the number of digits. So same loop we will apply as we used in the digit extraction. For int I equals to n, I greater than 0, I equals to I divide by 10. And just we need to use the counter variable. We used to increment it by 1 C++. No need to extract digit, nothing you have to do, only the counter you will apply. So this loop will go, see, if the number is 25, let it be 25, 25 greater than 0, right? Then it will enter inside. So as this is the only one statement, so braces are not mandatory to give. So C++ counter will be increased by 1. Initially it was 0, the counter will become 1. Again I equals to I by 10. Initially what was I? 25. So 25 by 10, 2. 2 greater than 0, yes. C++. So earlier it was 1, now it is 2. Now again it will go here. So what is 2 by 10? So it will be 0, condition will be false, it will come out. So C will be 2. Fine. So this we need. So to count the number of digits, the same loop we will use as we used in the digit extraction, but we will not extract the digits, simply we will apply here C++, increment of counter variable, right? Then this loop is, you can give the braces also, fine, but it is not mandatory as it is one statement. Now when it comes out from the loop, so we have counted the number of digits, now we will calculate the square of number. So how will you calculate the square of number? SQ we have already taken, int type, SQ equals to n asterisk n, right? Now what we have to do, we have to divide this square by 100 to get the remainder, and to get the remainder, which sign we use? Modulus operator. So we will use SQ mod, right? Now there is no space, so I am writing little bit here. So SQ mod, right? Now we will use the, we need to calculate 10 raised to power C. What is C? 2 only. So to calculate raised to power, we use which function? Power function, math dot power 10 comma C. So it will calculate 10 raised to power 2, that is 100.0, because the power returns the value in double. So to convert it into the int, what we do? We will typecast into int. Fine. So before math we will use the int, and we will assign in which variable? We will take one more variable, n1. So we need to declare n1 also. So I will declare n1 as integer, right? So it will calculate SQ mod math dot power 10 raised to power 2. So SQ is 625. When you divide 625 by 100, so modulus will return you remainder. So what will be remainder? 25 only. So in n1, 25 will be assigned. Now we will check if, what we have to check? If this n1 equals to n, that is 25 or not. So what is the condition? If n equals to n1, then SOPLN, system.out.println, n is automorphic. Else SOPLN, n is not automorphic. At the last, we will apply the terminator semicolon. We will enclose this within double quotes. I hope you have understood. Main close, class close, right? So this is the program to enter a number and to check whether the number is automorphic or not. Clear? Now we will see the next one. Now we will see the next program, and that is write a program to check whether the number is Armstrong number or not. So example will be given like 153. If 153 is mostly this example will be given like 3-digit number 153. Then we will calculate the sum of cube of digits. So first we will calculate cube of digits like 1 cube plus 5 cube 3 cube, or 1 raised to power 3 plus 5 raised to power 3 plus 3 raised to power 3. So if the sum is the number that is original number, then that is called the Armstrong number. Fine. So usually this example is given and we consider that the number will be 3-digit number only. But actually Armstrong number, it is not necessary that it is 3-digit number. It can be 4-digit number also, like 1634. 1634. So how many digits are there in this number? 4 digits. So 1 raised to power 4 plus 6 raised to power 4 plus 3 raised to power 4 plus 4 raised to power 4. If it is equal to 1634, then it is Armstrong number. Fine. But in all the books, we will get the example of only 3-digit number. So we consider the number as 3-digit number. Fine, that will not be wrong, but better you apply the check that if the number is 3-digit number, then do this. So let's see. So we are considering that we are giving the 3-digit number only as it is given in your books, right? But you should understand Armstrong number can be 4-digit number, it can be 2-digit number, it can be 1-digit number, right? So we will apply here check that if n greater than equals to 100 and n less than equals to 999. So what does it mean? That if the number is 3-digit number, then bracket start, then the same thing. Then we will apply again for loop for int I equals to n, I greater than 0, I equals to I slash 10. Fine. Then we will extract the digit first. D equals to I mod 10, right? Then we need to calculate the cube of these digits, fine, and then we will add it. So to add it, we will use s equals to 0, right? So here I am writing, after extracting the digit, we will use s equals to s plus किसका सम करेगा? डिजिट्स का, डिजिट्स के क्यूब का. So how will you calculate? d asterisk d, right? So you can give this in bracket. Fine. Now it will calculate the sum. Then for loop close. After coming out from the loop, you will get the total sum. Sum of what? Cube of digits. Then you will check. If the sum of digits is equal to the original number, then that is Armstrong number. So how will you check? If s equals to n, n was the original number, n, right? So in this we will not use SQ, that was of previous program, SQ and N1, right? Only we will use N, D and S equals to 0, that's it, right? Then if these two are equal, SOPLN, N is Armstrong. Else SOPLN, N is not Armstrong. Then we have closed what? If we have closed, then main close, then class close. So in this, first we have applied whether the number is 3-digit or not, and then we have applied this method. I hope it is clear. So now we will see the next program, and that is write a program to check whether the number is TEC number or not. This is program number 3. So we need to check whether the number is TEC number or not. TECH, TEC number. Fine. So what is this TEC number? So with example I will explain you. So if let's take 2025. So this is a number. So first step, we will divide or we will extract the first half or second half. So how many digits are there? 4 digits are there. So last 2 digits will be second half and 20 will be the first half. So we will extract first half and second half. Fine. Then we will add both halves, 20 plus 25. Then we will calculate the square. If the square is equal to the number, in that case it is Tek number. So this will be given in the question only. Fine. So it's very easy, not at all complex. So let's see. Same logic we will apply. Like first we will extract the digits. First we will count the number of digits. So counter we will apply, same the digit extraction loop we will use. So let's see. So I'm not writing here import and class. I will start with public static void main. Then we will create the object of scanner. Right? Then we will declare variables. So which variable? First will be n counter. We need to count the number of digits. C equals to 0. Then two variable we will be needed to store the first half and second half, fh and sh. Then we need to add it. So I can take s, right? S equals to 0. We need to calculate the square also, sq, right? Let's see. Okay, so first we will display a message system.out.println, enter a number, n equals to obj dot next int, right? Then we will use the loop for int I equals to n, the same loop which we always use in digit extraction. Int I equals to n, I greater than 0, I equals to I slash 10. So we will apply the counter here. We will increment counter by 1 C++, or you can write C equals to C plus 1, same meaning. So as this is one statement, I am not giving here brackets or braces. Now after this loop, see, Tek number will always be the even number digits. Like always the digits will be even, like 2, 4, 6, fine. So we need to apply the check here. If C mod 2 equals to 0. If C mod 2 equals to 0, then what we have to do, if this is even, then we need to extract the first half and second half. So how will you extract 25 from this? 2025, if I take 2025 mod 100, I will get 25. If I write 2025 slash 100, then I will get 20. So mod 100, 25 and slash 100, 20. So in this case only we are applying the 100. But if this is 6 digit, then 10 raised to power 3000. So 1000 से divide करेंगे और 1000 का mod लेंगे, 1000 remainder लेंगे, fine. But so which logic shall I apply here? First we have counted the number of digits, right? Then I will write here for first half we will use the slash. Let's see, fh first half n slash math dot pow 10 raised to power 2 we will be needed, but we don't know which number we will input, right? In this is the example only 20. It is not mandatory that we will give 2025 only. So we will make the program in general, because we have taken the n, not 2025. So n slash math dot power 10 comma c by 2. In this case c is 4. Here you will get the 4. Fine, it will count the number of digits. So C++ will count it, and we will get C after the loop 4. So as it is even, so it will enter here. Now n2025 slash, we are assuming that n2025 n slash math.pow 10 comma c by 2. 10 comma c by 2 means c कितना है 4. So 10 comma 2, 10 raised to power 200, right? So as it returns the, so we will typecast into int. Fine. Same way, second half, sh equals to n mod. We'll typecast into int math dot pow. Only the difference is of this sign. For first half, you will use slash, forward slash, and for second half, we will use mod. Pow 10 comma same c by 2. Right? So this way you will get fh and sh. So we have done this step. We will get fh and sh. Now after this, we will add both. So how will you add both? Simple. In s we have already declared sum s equals to fh plus sh, right? fh plus sh. So this is s. So we need to calculate the square of s. So sq we have taken variable. Sq will be s into s. Fine. Okay. Then we will close the if. If c mod 2 equals to 0, then only it will calculate all these steps. Now after if, we will check if sq equals to n. If sq, square of number, equals to n, original number, then SOPLN, what? N is tech number. Else n is not tech number. Main clause, class clause. So this is the program only. So now we will see the last program, that is program number 4. And the program is write a program to check whether the number is perfect number or not. Perfect number. So what is a perfect number? When sum of all the factors except the number itself is equal to the number. What? Like 6 is the number. So first we will calculate we will find out the factors of 6. So how will you find out the factors of 6? So you will check from 1 to 6, or if the 6 is divisible. We will check with all the numbers from 1 to 6. Like 1, 6 is divisible by 1, so 1 is the factor. 2, again divisible, 2 is the factor. 3, factor. 4, not divisible, so 4 is not a factor. 5 is not a factor. 6, again 6 is the factor. But as per the definition of perfect number, sum of all the factors except the number itself. Means, see, in factors 6 is also a factor, right? But perfect number कब होगा? जब sum of all the factors except this number. 6 को count नहीं करना है. 1 plus 2 plus 3 का sum करना है. If the sum is equal to the number itself, then it is called perfect number. So we will calculate the factor, but we will not calculate this factor. Let's see. Okay, first we will start with public static void main. Fine. We will create the object of scanner class same way. Scanner system.in. Then we will declare variable int n is the number. We need to calculate the sum, so I will take s equals to 0. Fine. Okay, let's see if more are needed. Then we will use SOPLN, enter a number, n equals to obj dot next int, right? Then for loop, we will use for int I equals to 1, I less than n, not equal to, because we don't want the factor which is number itself. So we will apply the condition I less than n. We will not use equal sign. I plus plus. Fine. So आपका लूप कितनी बार चला? इफ 6 इज द नंबर 1 to 5, 6 को हम कंसीडर ही नहीं करेंगे, ठीक है? 1 to 5 को हम चेक करेंगे, 1 2 3 4 5 में से कौन कौन से फैक्टर है 6 का, राइट? दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव नॉट गिवन हियर equal sign. So first we will extract the digit, in this case we need to calculate the factors. So what we have to do, wait, okay, so we will apply the condition if n mod I equals to 0. This is the only condition. If the number is divisible by any number from 1 to n, right, then it is called factor. N mod I equals to 0, then that we will get the factor, right? But we need to calculate the sum of factor, right? So if n mod I equals to 0, then s equals to s plus I, right? It will calculate the sum of factors. Then we will close the for loop. After the for loop, we will check if sum equals to n. In this sum, n will not be included, right? I hope you have understood now. If s equals to n, in this case it will be 6. So SOPLN is perfect number. Else SOPLN n is not a perfect number. Right? So we have calculated the factors and we have added and checked. I hope you have understood. So that's it in this video. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.